There is, there are means something exists. There is used with a singular noun. There are is used with a plural noun. For example, there is a book on the table. One book. Book is singular. There are two books on the table. Two books. Books is plural. I specify the number. The number is more than one, so we use are. But what happens when we do not specify the exact number, but we know it's more than one? We say there are some books on the table. Another example. There is a problem. This means a problem exists. One problem, singular. So we use there is. And for two problems, what do we say? We use there are with plural nouns. So it becomes there are two problems. Two problems exist. Problems, plural. We can also say there are some problems. I do not specify the number of problems, so I use some. We can also say there are many problems. Many problems exist. A large number of problems. There is also used with uncountable nouns. When we have an uncountable noun, the general word order is there is plus uncountable noun. For example, there is some sugar in the jar. You cannot count sugar. Sugar is uncountable. There is some milk in the fridge. Milk is also an uncountable noun. There is some ice cream on your t-shirt. There is a lot of traffic today. A lot means a large amount, a large quantity. There is a lot of water on the floor. We use is because water is uncountable. Complete these sentences with there is or there are. Click pause if you need more time. 1. There is a hospital near my house. 2. There are 12 months in a year. 3. There are many people at the concert. 4. There is some juice in the fridge. 5. There are some boats on the lake. 6. There is a letter for you. How do we say that something does not exist? How do we make the negative of there is and there are? What do? We add not after is and are. There is not. There are not. When we are speaking, we normally use a contraction of these words. There is not becomes there isn't. There are not becomes there aren't. We normally use these contractions in spoken English. So there isn't and there aren't means that something does not exist or it is not available. For example, there is a book on the table. This is an affirmative sentence. Can you see a pen on the table? No, there isn't a pen on the table. This is a negative sentence. There isn't a pen on the table. There are some books on the table. This is an affirmative sentence. We don't specify the number, so we use some books. Can you see any pens on the table? No, there aren't any pens on the table. This is a negative sentence. Remember, we use any in negative sentences and not some. The same happens with uncountable nouns. We use there isn't plus uncountable noun. For example, there is some milk in the fridge. This is an affirmative sentence. But we say there isn't any juice in the fridge. This is a negative sentence. Remember, we use any in negative sentences and not some. Let's see some more examples with uncountable nouns. There isn't any sugar in my coffee. That means 0 sugar. There isn't any snow in Jamaica. This means 0 snow. There isn't any money in my wallet. This means 0 money. Now look at this. There is a table in the room. This is an affirmative sentence. This is to say that something exists in the room. What exists? A table. But how can we change this affirmative sentence and make it a question? How can we ask if something exists or is available? We change the order of there is and there are to make a question. For example, there is a table in the room, and it becomes, is there a table in the room? This is a question. And with this affirmative sentence, there are some books on the table. To make this a question, we change the order of there and are. And we say, are there any books on the table? Notice how we changed some to any, because in general we use some in affirmative sentences and any in questions. Now, how can we answer these questions? The most common way is to use short answers. Is there a table in the room? Yes, there is. Or, no, there isn't. Or, no, there's not. So, no, there isn't, or no, there's not. They're both correct, both different ways of saying it. Are there any books on the table? Yes, there are. Or, no, there aren't. When you want to know the quantity or number of something, you use how many plus plural noun plus are there. For example, how many tables are there in the room? There is one. Or you can say, there is one table in the room. You can also just say, there's one. There's is a contraction of there is, which again is used a lot in spoken English. Yes, the question was with are there, but if there is only one object or thing, we start the answer with there is. There's one. And the question, how many books are there? The answer, there are 3. I hope you enjoyed this English lesson. Remember to subscribe to our channel and have an awesome day.